I committed myself on January 1st to have a completely sober year, 2024, completely sober. On this specific day, October 13th, I'm 286 days in. This is the first ever since I started to drink that I've gone sober for so long. To be honest, I'm pretty proud of myself, even though I know so many people are going through this right now. I've posted a couple more videos about this topic, and I've had so many great responses. I've had so much good feedback on it, so thank you so much for that. The year has had challenges for sure. It's also given me some huge insights. Damn, like, do I ever want to go back to drinking again? I used to love going out. I used to be a big party girl. At least if I could go out like once a week, that would be top tier. If I could go out twice a weekend, little rough, but of course, we're gonna show up for the crowd. We're gonna show up for my friend group. And I'm from Denmark, so the drinking culture in Denmark is crazy. I have talked more about it in this video, so if you want to check that out, you can click right up here, where I go a little more into why it's so fucked up. But honestly, finding peace in being at social gatherings completely sober has given me so much confidence and strength within myself. You're learning to say no, right? You're learning to say no because people are gonna pressure you, and they don't do it to be bitches. Like, they just do it because, especially in Denmark, that's the culture. Going out has definitely changed for me. And I don't know if it's a part of maturing or if it's a part of my choice of doing 2024 sober. Before, I would want to be the last one to leave the club. Or I would at least, like, there was some prestige in at least being there after 3 a.m. You know, like, the other people went home earlier, right? So you would be the one they would talk to Monday morning. What happened when we left? And I would sit there with all the answers, like, yeah, you would want to know. Now I'm more of like, the faster I can go, the faster I can be in bed, reading a book, watching a show, and going to bed early, which means waking up early and getting the most out of my day. And I feel like this is gonna sound so corny, but not drinking has gotten me more in contact with my intuition. I don't know how to explain it, because I do sometimes feel a little witchy. Sometimes you just know something, right? Like, you just have like a sense of something is going on. When I left I'm sorry. Oof. When I left Denmark 1.5 months ago, I had a feeling that on my travel here, I would get uncomfortable news from home. I didn't know what it was, and I haven't given it much thought because it was just a flinch. And the minute you feel your intuition, your intellect takes over immediately. The split second after I got the flinch, my intellect was like, nah, relax. And then, you know, I just kind of forgot all about it. But sometimes I would still think something could still happen. Then I got a call from home with the uncomfortable news, and I was like, you see, your intuition is never wrong. And I don't know how it presents itself for you. I know it's depending on a lot of things. For me, it's more of like a gut feeling. I know some people, they can actually see things, like they visualize things. I know some people actually hear it. No, it's not schizophrenia, it's your intuition. There's a fine balance there. If you're experiencing it too much and you don't think it's your intuition, I would seek help. But not drinking has also allowed me to feel deeper and to appreciate the very small things. And again, oh my god, this sounds so freaking corny, but that is how I feel. I feel so deeper for everyone I meet. I feel like I can be present more. It's easier for me to come in contact with my grateful self. Whereas before, I could be kind of like dazed throughout the whole week if I'd been drinking 2 times in one weekend. And you know, the purpose back then was to get well throughout the week so that we could go out drinking again Friday, Saturday. Is not that anymore. Now I have so much time to feel everything, to notice everything, to get in contact with the higher powers, which is through gratitude, and which is why it's so important to practice that. It's just honestly truly been amazing how well it feels not feeling bad at any given moment because of alcohol. Being sober has challenged me to express what I feel without the liquid courage. I would usually drink to like tell people how I felt, or I would just especially express that to people when I was drinking. If you're someone who have been drinking, or if you are drinking, I'm sure you know, either you or someone you know, being super affectionate and telling you all the things you want to hear when they're drunk. While I got sober and I was with friends to parties who was very affectionate towards me. Of course I appreciated it, right? But I was still like, it actually doesn't mean anything to me. If you told me that while you were sober, it would mean so much more. Like you would have made my day if we were sober right now, if both of us were sober right now. When you're sober, the other person is drunk and they're just love bombing you. Like that's cool. That's can be a little too much actually, but for them to love bomb you while they're sober, that means so much more. And the same goes the other way around. I had to practice telling people that, you know, I love them and that I appreciate them for who they are, and thanking them for being there for me, and you know, telling them the things that they look good, complimenting them. That has been challenging to me, but it's been a good challenge because I enjoy it way more. I get to experience their response. I get to experience their emotional response sober, which, you know, I can take it all in instead of being wasted. I wouldn't recognize how they would react. Being sober in 2024 has challenged me to sort out the people and the relation in my life who was never for me anyways, which has been a good thing. And this happened pretty casual. It happened automatically because I didn't show up anymore. I didn't go out. I didn't go to their pregame. I didn't go to their warm-up. I wasn't there. So obviously just extracting myself from those people, from that environment, and just hyper focusing on where I wanted to go, like that made the barrier between me and them so big. And not to say that there's a difference between me and them, obviously there is for interests and stuff, but it's not to say that anyone is better than anyone. It's just to say that that gap is huge, and it's a good thing because you realize that you only hang around these people to drink. What value do they bring to your life, and what value do you bring to their life? If you have friends that you only go out with, that you only drink with, and to that question you can say, I don't really think we give any value to each other other than like laughs and dances and drinks. Sure, it's fine for a period, but you know, for me it was very natural. For me it was very easy to sort out those people, and it also made me so much more closer to the friends I have today because we all have a common understanding of who we are, what we're doing, if we're drinking or if we're not drinking, and there's room for that. They make room for me and I make room for them, which makes the relationships so much more accepting and warm. And there's no nicer feeling than being in a friendship or in a relationship where you know that you can take up as much room as you want to because they accept you for you. You are welcome in their circle. In 2.5 months, we're entering 2025, and I'm gonna put a big fat check mark on 2024 sober, and that's gonna feel unbelievably great. And I don't know if I want to go back to drinking, because here's the thing, that when you become aware of something new, there is no one or nothing that can take that awareness from you. Okay, my uncle always says that you can never put a chicken back in its egg. You can never become unaware of it again. You will always know this new awareness. You will always have become this new person. You cannot go back to who you were. Like, I don't want to be a party girl. I want to cherish my relationships. I want to keep telling them sober what they mean to me. I want to keep my connection with the higher powers, my intuition, because alcohol blocks that. Alcohol just puts a layer. I don't know if it's coming from up like wherever that's coming from, but alcohol just blocks that. And you know, I just want to feel like myself every single day and not being sick or having anxiety or like anything like that from the hangovers. Yeah, I might get a drink in 2025, who knows, but I have a new awareness on it now, and I will definitely not be able to go back. You can't pop me back in an egg, you know, it just can't happen. So I want to know, if you're sober, if you've been thinking about being sober, what is your biggest realization? What is your new awareness? What is something that you can never be able to go back from? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. And if you have watched this far, thank you so much. You know I appreciate it when you watch it to the end. I have linked here to a couple of more videos in my playlist on sobriety, and I'll see you next in one of those. Bye for now.